Thank you, Mistress of Ceremony. Good afternoon, colleagues. For me, it's really an indeed honor and pleasure to be with you this afternoon, celebrating the International Women's Day. Women not only represent the majority of our society, but also are the backbone of our economies, our families. Without you, I don't think these societies of Africa and probably the worldwide will be there. So I'm extremely honored to be here. I'm going to share with you the statement of our Executive Secretary, Mr. Abdoulie Janneh, who had sincerely hoped that he would be with you this afternoon. But because of pressing other engagement, he is actually still attending the World Water Forum in Paris, in France. That's why he could not be with you this afternoon, but he sent his sincere apology. He asked me on his behalf to convey this message to you. Let me go to his statement. Distinguished colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, I am pleased to have this opportunity to say a few words as we commemorate International Women's Day and further reflect on how best to enhance our response and contribution to the empowerment of women. Let me therefore start on a brief historical note. In 1975, during International Women's Year, the United Nations began celebrating 8th March as International Women's Day. 2 years later, in December 1997, the General Assembly adopted a resolution proclaiming United Nations Day for Women's Rights and International Peace to be observed on any day of the year by member states, in accordance with their historical and national traditions. For the United Nations, International Women's Day has been observed on 8th March since 1975. However, for the reasons of logistics and maybe convenience to all concerned, we have chosen to devote this day to our staff in ECA as well as the entire UN family in Addis Ababa. It's coming just a few days after the exact day of the 8th, but I think it's also worth having this and organizing this celebration. The official United Nations theme of International Women's Day for 2012 is Empower Rural Women, End Hunger and Poverty. However, since it is important to also reflect our work, we have chosen to focus the day on affirming gender equality institutionally and promoting rural women empowerment. I think from our work in monitoring Africa's progress in achieving MDGs, it is clear that some countries may have achieved some of the MDGs, while others make less visible progress. However, within our particular context, there is a long way to go before African women and girls can be said to enjoy the fundamental freedoms and rights that will guarantee their well-being. This is particularly so in the rural areas. Rural women and girls make up a substantial part of the population in most African countries, yet routinely figure at the bottom of the nearly all economic, social, and political indicators. Healthcare, education, gender inequality, and limited access to credit continue to pose a number of challenges for rural women. Further, the food, fuel, and financial crisis and climate change have aggravated the situation. As we therefore contemplate issues of sustainable development in the lead up to Rio+20 conference, we need to take account of the high value of women's contribution to development. In particular, we need to continue to focus on economic, environmental, and social equity in the outcomes of this key process. This in turn would require a strong and focused African voice backed by solid research and policy options so that our continent is set on the path for gender-sensitive sustainable development. Since establishing a policy position on gender mainstreaming in 1996, ECA has been working steadily to sensitize staff in all divisions and SROs and to substantively increase their capacities to integrate gender equality issues in their daily work. It is thus critical to use every occasion and opportunity to reaffirm the critical importance of mainstreaming gender in the institution, whilst promoting the empowerment of women at all levels. In this regard, I wish to take this opportunity to seek your cooperation in completing the gender mainstreaming exercise that is currently underway in the various divisions facilitated by ACGSD. On behalf of the management and staff of the ECA, I wish to express sincere appreciation of the work that has made this function possible. In particular, I wish to thank colleagues in the Africa Center for Gender and Social Development and their collaborators for a job well done. Ladies and gentlemen, it is with this great pleasure that I now invite all of you to avail yourselves of the activities that have been thoughtfully put together. Please have a happy afternoon of celebrations. I thank you for your kind attention, and I think we were all going to enjoy this beautiful band, dance, and celebrate this very important day. Thank you very much.
Deputy Executive Secretary of the UNECA, and for the message that he brought on behalf of the Executive Secretary of the UNECA, Mr. Abdoulie Janneh, for this International Women's Day for the UN family. As he said, there is a beautiful afternoon of music, refreshments, beverages. The code word here is beverages, that I'm sure you will all enjoy. Music aለ, refreshment aለ, ሱቅም አለ እዛ አካባቢ ለመጋየት ከፈለጋችሁ። ስለዚህ አሁን ያለምንም ንግግር ወደ Kenny Allen and the 251 band እንሸጋገራለን, and we can have a very good, feel-good afternoon, serious issue, wonderful time. I'd like to invite again Kenny Allen and the 251 band to do their beautiful music. Please help me welcome them one more time for your entertainment purposes. ግን አይሰማም ትንሽ more.
We're now in the midst of a celebration of life, death, and the history of our ancestors at International Women's Day. So let me hear you say yeah, say oh, say yeah, say oh, say I am everyday people. I am everyday people. See, I was resting at the park minding my own business as I kicked up the treble tone on my radio tip, play a box right just loud enough so folks will hear it's icy. Out of nowhere comes a woman I'm dating, investigating, maybe she was demonstrating. Nevertheless, I was pleased. My day was going good and my soul's at ease. Till a group of brothers started bugging out, drinking them, going disrespecting my black queen. holding the cuts to me and obscene. At first I ignored them because I know that they got drunk, and yes, they wanna fight. And they see a couple having a time that's good, and the eagles wanna test the brother's manhood. So they came to test me cause of my hairdo and the loud bright colors that I wear. I wasn't talking cause I'm a fashion misfit, and the outfit that I wear, brothers listen it. I stay calm and hope the brothers need me be, but the squeeze parts of my date's anatomy. Why, Lord, the brothers have to kill me, cause if I start to hit this man, they have to kill me. I said, I am everyday people, yeah. I said, I am everyday people. I said, I am everyday people, yeah. I said, I am everyday people. I told the brothers, please, let us pass free. I said, please, cause I don't like it in African. But it wouldn't stop, and I ain't Ice Cube, so I had to get brother off of me. Like I said before, I was mad by then. It took 3 or 4 cops to pull me off of them. That's the story of an African. Act for crazy and gets down by this black man. See, I am everyday people, yeah. I said, I am everyday people, yeah. I said, I am everyday people, yeah. Let me say, yeah. Say, oh, say, yeah. Say, oh. I said, I am everyday people.